Yes, the camera's okay. We're going live there. We're live on Facebook as well. New tech is working. Awesome.
Working.
Hello. We've already got someone on YouTube as well already. Hello, YouTube. How
Can we see on Facebook? It's set up differently again. So now I don't know if we can see any comments.
It's all different again.
Yeah. Oh, I can. 3 people.
3 people. That's awesome.
Hello.
Yay. Amazing. Now, do I need to do anything on Facebook now?
You might need to turn comments on.
Turn the comments on, don't I?
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
There's a comment.
There's a comment.
Yay. Oh, Mr. Lynch.
Hello.
Straight in there.
Hi, Darren.
Brilliant. First in. That's amazing. Right, so the news is today and yesterday we had 2 deliveries from the wonderful people at the Nile.
At Amazon.
Wrong river, okay. I was trying not to advertise any particular person, you see, but you just haven't blown that now, haven't you?
Oh.
There we go.
Other providers are available.
Yeah, other rivers are available. So, one...
I thought you were setting it up for me to knock it down.
Can't hear you on Facebook. Ooh. What's going wrong? Is that just Heather, or is it... Hello, we are here on YouTube and Facebook. I tell you what, Viv, if you're here on YouTube and Facebook, can you hear us on Facebook? This is what we need to know. Got no sound. Ooh, blimey. What's going on here then? No sound.
Okay, 1 minute.
1 minute.
We'll sort it out.
Is it going to be HDMI cable? Is it going to be a... Right. 1 minute.
No sound.
No sound.
1 sec.
Right, okay.
We'll sort
How
it
is
out.
that? Has people got sound?
Hello.
Have we got sound?
Hello, hello. Please turn.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to see you.
Oh, you can't tap.
Right,
I
anyway.
have to sort this out.
Any sound? Any sound? Can't hear you. Any sound now, people? I'm trying to do different techie tech, and it doesn't seem to be working. What's going on here? Is it the whole hub thing not working? Okay, let me write a message. Okay. Any sound on Facebook now? Enter. Ooh. There we go. Nothing. Right. Oh no, this is a nightmare. Sorry, YouTube people. Facebook is a mess again. What's going on? So I might have to change things here again then and remove the hub, which is not nice. I don't like that. We got 8 people on Facebook. No sound.
Because we keep checking.
No. Right. Okay. Let's try another thing then. How about now? Any sound now? Okay, we'll have to just do it this way. Any sound now? Okay, let's try again. Any sound now? Any sound now? Oh, it's trying to reconnect. It's not even connected. What's going on here now?
Oh, sound. We have sound. We have some sound.
Yay! Right, okay.
So
it doesn't work. It doesn't work with the hub, which is a pain in the proverbials. Right, okay.
So we've got new tech again.
And it doesn't work.
And it's not working.
Doesn't do what we want to do. We have to look into that.
Woohoo!
Right. How about, is this sound now? Can you check now?
Yeah, there is.
Card just plugged in now.
Let me try.
Okay. Any sound now?
Doesn't work with the hub, which is a pain in the proverbials.
Right, I plugged in. Right. Is it working?
I'm just checking.
Yes, it works. Yay! It works. Okay, we've had to change things around again. Oh, dear me. What's going on?
There we are.
What's in the way? What's in the way? It wasn't. It was in the right place. What's going on? Oh. Can we, I think that's done now. You've moved, haven't you? So it's not in the way now.
I'm just checking. You asked me to check. There's definitely sound.
Yeah, there's definitely sound. There's definitely sound. Okay, we've definitely got sound. Right, okay. So 4.5 minutes of more technical difficulties. It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, dear me. You know what? We'll get this right in a second.
There we go.
Yes, thumbs up. Sarah's on. Brilliant. Ella's on. Lovely. Can hear you now. Do you know what? Most people are thankful when they can't hear me speaking. I tell you what, I can't win. I talk too much. People say shut up. And then when they can't hear me, it's like, I can't hear you. What's going on?
Yeah, you can stop talking now.
All right, stop.
Oh, that was harsh, wasn't it? Harsh.
Oh, do you want to take the knife out the back? There we go.
Should we start again from the beginning? Hello, everyone.
No, should we just appear from back here and just go?
I think we've done that enough.
Hello, we're live.
There we go.
Hello, we
Right,
got sound,
yeah.
and we got new tech, but it doesn't work.
The end. It's a mini adventure.
Anyway, what are we doing? Some dancing.
Whew, some dancing. Some
Yeah.
waltz tonight.
Some waltz.
Some waltz.
Wonderful, wonderful waltz. Oh, lovely. Can hear you now. What have we got on all together? So it looks like we've got Ellen on, Sarah on, Gwyneth and Paul are there. Mr. Lynch is there, which is awesome. Who's that? That's Mr. Lynch. Keep calm and deep. Oh, that's Sarah's
Just have a
little
look.
place, that is.
Who else is on?
Yeah.
Billy.
Della!
Stella.
Hello, Del. How are you? Oh, I hope you're well. Oh, amazing.
Ellen.
Yeah. Heather. Yes, said hello to Heather
There you
earlier.
go.
Right, okay. Oh, that's really cool. Right. Anyway, so waltz. We're gonna go back to the one we did
In April.
mid-April.
Yeah.
So that was back in the dark ages. It was about 20 years ago,
It feels like it.
doesn't it? So
It's like March just went on forever, isn't it?
yeah, March hasn't finished yet.
January,
We're still
February, March.
what are we now? The 67th of March.
Something like that.
Right, now, so what we did, right, and we did two routines, but the one we're looking at is the one where we started in promenade position and we went into a chair. So from this position here, we did 1, 2, 3, and I got a circle coming back towards me, and then we went into a back whisk. So we ended up dancing 1, 2, 3. There's our back whisk. Now, from here, we did a wing, 1, 2, 3. So I'm favouring a wing a lot in classes as well. And then we've got open telemark to promenade position, 2, 3, facing that direction, and then we can dance into the chair in that direction.
It's quite a nice short routine.
It's a really lovely short little bit of routine. And oh, Del, we're missing you as well, chicken. But you will go off and get a job where you fly off all around the world. Oh, well, no, actually, no. I mean, it's a bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you what,
Best
right?
not to bring that up.
If anyone loves a lovely singing voice, get onto Del's Facebook page. Okay, I'm going to embarrass her now. And she's putting on a whole load of songs that she's singing. That's common sense, isn't it? You wouldn't do anything else with them, would you? And Del, beautiful voice, my lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love it. Anyway, yeah, going back to this little waltz routine. You can use all of this sort of thing if you're on a normal dance floor when we get a chance to do it, just to avoid people. So it's a great little way to be able to get. Normally, I would turn this all the way back to there and carry on down the floor there. So it's a lovely little section of routine just to get yourself out of trouble and motor down the room at a million miles an hour when you've got space.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because you've got a social distance on the dance floor at the moment.
We thought we'd go over it because it's ages since we've done
Yeah.
it, and it is really nice. And we'll go over a little bit more detail of the technique and the hand positions and.
And then we might have a little look at what we've done on the other routine as well, because I'll see if I can remember that one. I should be all right.
It might
Because
be
you can
confusing.
combine, you can combine the
It's a
two.
bit
Can't
confusing
you?
because they're some of the same
Yeah.
things.
So anyway, we start in promenade position. I think everyone who's on there at the moment, you know what promenade position is.
Mum's on.
Hello, Mum. Hope you're well. Right then. So promenade position. Basically, we're facing each other, but the difference between closed position, that's closed position, and promenade position is this. That's basically it. Position of the head. And your direction that you're traveling. So if I was dancing closed to Lucilla, from here I'd either go forwards with her, I would go backwards, or I would go sideways maybe.
Can I demonstrate that again? Because I did close position completely wrong then. I
All
was
right.
just looking straight at you because I didn't know what you're doing. And I had
So-
my feet apart and everything was
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
wrong. So closed position, more
Is
like
there.
that, and the head
And
like
then promenade position is basically the direction we're traveling. So we're both now traveling that way. Right legs left, promenade position, just like that. Okay. Now, so chair. I don't know whether it's called a chair. I've always called it a chair. It's just like a hesitation type step where you come backwards out of a position. So if you get to promenade, for example, there, and you dance forward, man's right leg's left, 1. And then you're just going to use that 1 count there as a check and go back in the opposite direction. So I replace the weight onto my left. Lucilla replaces her weight onto her right. And then I just step backwards. Lucilla's now stepped, preparing to step outside partner there. Because the next step's going to be forwards outside partner, no matter what you do. Yeah.
So my steps, I'm just going to show the ladies the other way.
Oops,
so my
steps
are going to go forward on my left in promenade position, 1, and then replace on my right, 2, and then turn and step forward in this direction, 3. And make sure to leave a little space if you're dancing with a partner today, because your next step is going to be outside partner. So you need to make sure you're not putting your foot too close to your partner's foot, otherwise you won't have room to go into promenade position. Sorry, to go outside partner. We've just done promenade position. Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, and we're turning. We're bringing the head over as well.
Right. And so what I'm doing from there, I'm going forwards, right foot into promenade position. 1. I replace the weight onto my left foot. 2, and then the right foot draws back, and we just step onto it. 3, and I bring Lucilla back around almost a square position. And then Lucilla's ready to dance forwards outside partner as I come back on the next one. Okay. Now there's a lovely little bit of body turn as we come out of this chair. We've got to maintain this idea of CBMPs, this counter body movement, where I'm dancing across my own foot. I'm keeping my shoulders and body line parallel to partner. Lucilla's also going to keep body line and shoulders parallel to partner. So we end up dancing that. And then as we dance back now, 2, 3, my body will turn back to almost being square to that angle there. Okay, so I'm not going to stay there. My shoulder is going to turn around. So I end up dancing in 1, 2, 3. So I get this lovely little rotation through the body. 1, 2, 3, and you get a little bit of shape and a little bit of flight and flow.
Can I mention about
a nice feeling
about body turn?
Go on,
just mention a little thing about.
You've got 30 seconds.
He's timing me now. So whenever we talk about body turn in ballroom, we've got to keep our frame. So that's the shoulders and the arms in the same place, so that they're kind of rigid, like it is a frame. I don't like toned. I don't like the word rigid.
Rigid's horrible.
Yeah, but basically,
too rigid.
It's not floppy. It's not flexible. You're keeping that top line there, so that every time you turn your body, then your arms will go with your body. So if you're thinking of, so Darren's wearing shirt buttons, and he's pointing his shirt. Well, he's wearing more than just shirt buttons. He's wearing a whole shirt as well.
Whole shirt and trousers.
His shirt has buttons. I don't know if you can see.
I've even got socks on.
If you think about the shirt buttons, I'm getting lost in my point now.
Everybody think about my shirt buttons. They're lovely black.
Oh, let me finish. If you think about turning the shirt buttons, then that turns your whole body. Okay, not just your arms like you're driving a bus. Okay, you want to turn the whole body. So when Darren's talking about turning the body, that's what you want to think of. I'm going to stop now. I'm getting myself all tied up with what I'm starting to explain that. Especially with you taking the mickey out of me.
It was mischief.
I know.
Oh, Alan's joined us. Hello, Alan. And also, oh, there's a name from the past. Kerry.
Patrick.
And Patrick. Well, Kerry, I haven't seen for many years. We used to dance in the formation team together.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Great times. Yeah. Hope you're well, everyone. Right, so yeah, here we go. Chair. And in, and then turn the body, bring Lucilla back to there. And then we're into a back whisk here. I'm going backwards left. Lucilla's going forwards right. 1. And then we're going to achieve the CBMP position again. So I'm turning back now to the position I was in as I was going in that direction. I'm going to just step behind. Lucilla's going to step behind. I'm just being a bit careful because I'm aware there's a wall behind me and a table behind the wall. So we get to that position there and now whisk.
Let's just go over those steps, shall we?
For me now, okay, I'm just dancing into a chair. I'm coming back. I'm turning the body so I get a little bit of a shape and stretch. It's kind of a stretch out to my right. And then I'm going to dance backwards as Lucilla dances outside me here. And I get another little stretch in the opposite direction as I dance the back whisk. It's just beautiful, even though it's just one direction and then back. It's not just a case of dancing in, out, backwards and staying there all in one shape. You get a lovely little bit of a roll through the body.
So the ladies, I'll show you the ladies steps going this direction. So, oh, Joe and Stephen joined, and Susan, Sue and Keith. So, hello. We haven't done very much, don't worry. This is still the beginning of the routine. We've got the chair, and then we've got the back whisk.
You still wouldn't stop talking at the beginning. That's what's taking so long.
Actually, we had no sound at all at the beginning, so that's So we're going to step through for the chair with the lady's left foot, fella's right, in promenade position. 1, 2, 3, and then ladies, it's forward outside partner on the right. 1, we'll step to the side, 2, and cross behind, 3, and it's mirror image. So the fellas are doing exactly the same steps for that back whisk, but mirror image now.
Well, I'm going backwards, you're going forwards. On the first step.
On the first step.
Yeah.
Oh, step 2 and 3.
Step 2 and 3 in mirrors.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right. Yeah.
And yes, I'm going Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
I'll pay for that later, everyone.
Oh, yes.
So we'll do it this way. We'll do it in a couple of different directions, okay? So we're going to dance a chair, 2, 3, and a back whisk, 2, 3 to there. All right.
If we do it straight across, then people will be able to see it.
If we do it straight across, people will be able to see it a little bit more easily.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Wish you thought of that. And so chair, 2, 3, back whisk, out through the double doors. Okay. If you haven't got double doors, single doors are fine. We'll dance it away from you so you can see what we're doing.
Technically, this should be going into the corner and the back out of the corner. Yeah. But probably in your house, you've got plenty of corners all around you. Most people have got very little space, so it doesn't really matter which corner you dance it into.
Yeah. And even if you don't dance it into a corner, we're not there to tell you off anyway.
Yeah, just try not to dance it into a table or a wall.
Yeah, please be safe. Be safe. And 1, 2, 3, back whisk, 2, 3. It's easy as that. 6 steps, beautiful. Should we put the music on?
We can do. I want to mention about ladies' head positions.
Should we put the music on and then mention it? And then have another go with music?
Yeah. Head's right, then it goes left, then it goes right again.
There you go.
I'll mention it.
Head's been mentioned.
1, 2, 3, and it comes back over the other way. 1, 2, 3. There you are.
YouTube's quiet today. No one said hello yet on YouTube, but we do know that Viv and Jim are up there.
Yeah, that's true.
As well as over there.
Yes.
Yeah. They're magic. They're in 2 places at once. Right.
Some people can't comment on YouTube today. They're all signed up on that. It's more complicated.
Hopefully that's loud enough for people. Is that loud enough for everyone? Just give us a thumbs up or something.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear us.
Yeah. Or just let us know it's a good volume. Anyone? No one. They're all ready. They're like this now. They're ready though.
They are.
Yeah.
They're not next to their computer.
Right. Well, we'll dance it, and if anyone's got a problem with the music, then just let us know.
Not what we do.
If we're not going to do anything, no one's going to tell us. After 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up from Mr. Lynch. I can always rely on that, chap.
Thanks, Sarah.
So if you go in this direction, we'll dance 1 to 3 again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll have to put the brakes on then. Okay, so if we dance it away from you.
I have no idea what that is.
I have no idea what that's all about. Anyway, okay, here we go. Come back this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Simple as. So I should, but I didn't. Now, if we dance it in this corner one more time, alright, we'll have a little go. After 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, I just put my foot into my other shoe.
Oh, that's not a very good
Yeah,
fit.
just check myself up then.
Ignore the last one, we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bingo. How's your foot?
Oh, it's fine. I was just brushing my foot past the other one and it just got caught. So I nearly tripped up then.
It's always beeping at me.
Really nappy.
Yeah, it went through the speaker system. I think it's because it's charging and then beep because it's charging.
Do make sure you've got a drink today because it is really warm. Keep hydrated.
Yeah, beer, lager, cider, wine, sherry, scotch.
Those are some of the drinks that you like. But right now we're drinking squash. And
We are actually on water, yeah. Water, squash and coffee. So there you go, halfway through that bit of routine. If anyone's got any problems with that, give us a little shout, let us know. Sounds like the music was good, so we're happy with that. What came after that? We did a back, it's a wing. Oh no, right, yeah, before we go any further, I don't know whether anyone can notice, but over here in this corner there's a table. And we were very thrilled to receive a little goodies thank you package from somebody. I went out to the door earlier because I was expecting this parcel, and there were some things on the door. There was a bunch of roses and a bottle of beer and some sweets and chocolate cake and a card. And I thought, oh, that's very nice, that's very lovely. Let's have a little look.
And it's a mystery.
And it's a mystery card.
I've said thank you very much. It says thank you, Saturn Dance, for all your hard work during these tough times, and 3 kisses. And there's no name, so we've got no idea who it's from. So whoever you are, thank you very much. It's really sweet of you. We just went outside and found these gifts on our doorstep earlier, and it's lovely. Thank you.
And we will be eating cake. Thank you very much. Right then. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. We've just done the back whisk. We then got a wing. Okay. So from that whisk position here, this men always love this one. A single step for us with a beautiful bit of body turn.
Nice and easy.
We end up dancing 1, 2, 3. Ladies do pretty much all the work there. Okay. So yeah, if I just recap that for the men. From there, right foot goes forwards. I'm in promenade position at the moment. From that whisk position, I'm going to dance forwards on the right foot. I end up dancing 1, 2, 3.
And again,
I'll just bring that foot in.
you can probably see so the foot string you brought in with no weight at all because you're going to use that left again. So don't change the weight there. And also, I don't know if you could see then, but Dan was doing the body turn that we were talking about earlier, where he's bringing his frame around, turning the shirt buttons.
Think about my shirt buttons, everyone.
My steps here, I'm going from cross behind position. So I've got right foot cross behind left. So I'm going to do forward on my left in promenade position. 1, I've got quite a lot of turn on the next step. It's forwards but turning. 2, and then step 3 is forwards, turning some more. 3, and it's outside partner on the other side of your partner. So those 3, same thing with my body position and shaping it. This one does have the it's one of those steps that sometimes can feel a bit awkward if you forget to do that body, because you can end up pulling your partner. And if you don't do any body turn at all, or you just do it with your arm, then you can end up with it feeling a little bit like you're ending up under your partner's arm there. So if that's you, if you're feeling a little bit like you're squashed underneath your partner's arm, then you've both got to try and get more body turn. The feeling of turning this part of yourself towards your partner all the time, so you're not allowing yourself to get side on, you're not allowing yourself to get there. You've always got that part, the top part of your chest just here, to face the partner all the time, just that. Okay.
Think of your shirt buttons.
This is it. I've heard it described as if you're wearing a beautiful pendant, you always want your partner to be able to see that you're just here. So you're always showing it off to your partner rather than allowing yourself to go sideways with your partner. So if I was here, he wouldn't be able to see it anymore. Okay. It's important in the wing because we've got so much turn here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 there.
And I just brought my buttons round. Easy, easy. Step. Yeah,
There he
here we
is.
go. You wave. Say hello. Did you enjoy your tea? Yeah?
These are the lovely gifts that
Cool.
you were given earlier. Did you see? Somebody left them with a lovely thank you note. And
Yeah.
I think the sweeties must be for you and Ambrose.
Are you slightly disappointed?
That means it's a bit for you and the chocolate cakes for me.
I was thinking, are you slightly disappointed by that you're not getting the beer?
He's not allowed a beer.
Right then, so now can we move? Are you going to join us or are you going to advance?
He's going to jump up and down a little bit.
All right, so now the Ethan show.
He's going to get all the love in his back.
Right, now, are you here to stay or are you going to vanish? Nice and quiet, okay? Yeah?
I'm judging.
You're judging.
He's judging.
Okay, here we go. Everyone, you're in trouble. So we've done the whisk into the wing. We've got 1, 2, 3. Now from here we've got this open telemark. So we now dance 1, 2, 3. So there. Back to promenade position so we can start again. Now this open telemark, I've just danced 1, 2, 3. Brought the left foot towards the right foot. My weight is still on the right foot. I'm ready to use my left. Okay. And now we're going to do a step forwards. Sideways step on the right foot. And then we just hover out beautifully onto the left foot into promenade position for count 3 there. Okay. And ideally, if you were in the real world, you'd turn that all the way around to dance back in that direction. But
What should be 3/8?
yeah,
Turn.
yeah. Ideally, you'd go in that direction. You'd want to go that way or straight down the room. But if we did that, we'd end up just going back and forth in the same position. Because if we go in this way, we get a different corner. So
And also it makes the turn slightly
1, 2,
easier.
3, and then forwards on the left. 1, turn a little bit less than normal, and dance back in that direction. Ready to do another chair up here that way. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. Let's have a little look at those steps. I think this one's quite tricky. This for the ladies.
Yeah, so we've ended up
After a
In the
forward
way.
step.
after a forward step here, outside partner, and then you've got to go back on your right, and you're going to do a heel turn. So I'll show you the proper heel turn, and I'll show you how to cheat it to make it easier if you can't do it.
Yeah. Depending on your floor type and shoes.
And shoes, yeah. So the heel turn isn't easy. It isn't easy, full stop, but it's particularly hard if you haven't got the right shoes and the right floor. So
Circumstances.
So back on the right foot, you draw the left foot in, you're going to turn on your right heel, and then rise up onto your toes and come out on your right foot onto a toe. Okay, so I'll show you that from a different direction.
Which direction are you going in?
Which direction should I go in?
I don't know.
This way, so
Pick
back
one.
on your right, heel turn and out left. And it's into promenade position on the end, because we're going to start again with a chat. So the heel turn there, if you've never done heel turn before, I'll show you a way that you can just cheat it. So you'll go back on your right, just bring your foot in for 2, start to turn, close, just change your weight, and go out on 3. Okay? So
Should we change the word cheat to adapt?
adapt. It's kind of cheating.
Modify.
But it'll do. It'll be fine. So we've got 1, back on your right. 2, just bring your foot in, just the toe, and start to turn. Okay. Your feet will probably not close, because if you're unable to turn around on the floor, then you'll just need to bring your foot in without closing it. Okay, because you won't be able to turn. Go up onto your toe, left foot, and then come out right. Okay, and I'll do it one more direction. Back right, close left, come out right. Okay, and there is.
It doesn't, like we said earlier, the
1,
amount of
2,
turn doesn't matter
3,
greatly. Doesn't matter greatly the amount of turn for that one.
If you've done heel turns before in class, and you want to practice it, and you've got suitable footwear, suitable floor, that sort of thing, that means you're not going to do any injury to yourself. So you don't want to put any pressure on your knees by trying to turn if you've got a carpet.
Oh yeah.
So do be safe. Don't put your knees under any pressure. But if you want to give this a go and practice it, then you're going to do right foot back, the left foot draws in as you turn on your right heel. You turn around on your right heel. I'm trying to do it slowly to show you, so I'm doing it in stages. 1, 2, whoa, wobbly, and 3. I do a bit wobbly when I do it slowly.
It's quite tough when you're doing that slowly, that one, the heel turn.
So there you are, that's the heel turn, if you'd like to try and do it properly. Head position will change again. So I think the whole of this routine, every
step,
figure,
yeah,
we've got a head change.
yeah.
We'll go into that in a minute. Let's put this all together, shall we?
Right, from the beginning? Or just the telemark?
Just the wing,
right,
the
so
telemark,
we've just done the whisk, cross behind. I'm using my right foot going forwards. Priscilla's using the left foot going forwards. We end up dancing a wing, 2, 3. Now into the telemark, I'm going forwards outside partner, and I'm on Priscilla's left side here. Okay, normally you'd be outside partner on the other side. Going forwards left, and we dance 1, 2, 3 to there. Okay, so now I'm stood on my left foot, Priscilla's stood on the right foot, ready to start again. So if we go into this thing called a chair, 1, 2, 3. I've brought Priscilla back in front of me. She's coming outside partner here into a back whisk. We almost sit on Ethan on the sofa, and then we got the wing again. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to dance out of this open telemark. 1, 2, 3, and we're off now in this direction into the chair again. So we get 1, 2, 3 into a whisk. 1, 2, 3. We get the wing. 1, 2, and 1, 2. We pick up the last corner. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wing, and then we come back around to where we started to there. Okay, this is easy as that.
It's quite
nice and
distracting.
straightforward.
We've got a pair of legs over here that keep sort of bouncing up and down. It's
Just legs.
A little bit distracting, isn't it?
Yeah. So
it makes me want to tickle your feet.
So there we go. Should we try this with a bit of music?
Yeah.
And do you know what? We can now talk for 25 minutes.
Oh, we got music first. That gives
20 minutes.
20 minutes. And I want to go to the head positions again.
Okay, so there we go again. Okay, Ethan? Yeah? Okay, good. So,
I'm judging.
well, we'll do a bit more. All right, here we go. 3. 1, 2, 3. Shared in. We back, whisk out. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wing. And 1, 3. Share. And back, whisk. And wing. And 1, 2, 3. Share. And back, whisk. Nearly hit the wall. And 1, 2, back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. How's everyone finding that? Is everyone okay? Can you have some sweets? No.
Not right now.
We're teaching. We're running a class.
It's going to be really rustling in the corner, isn't it?
Yeah. So, is everyone okay with that? Is anyone still there? It's been really quiet for the last couple of minutes. No one said anything or done anything.
There's still 8 people watching over there. 3 of them.
So
that's fantastic.
Look, still low numbers today. I think everyone must have.
Hot.
Yeah, I think everyone's thinking they can travel 5 miles to see their neighbours, so they're all sat in their neighbours' gardens now.
Could well be. They could well be.
Right there. So
I wanted to mention about the head position throughout this. Again, I mentioned it a couple of times. But let's have a little look at that because
I might as well go over here now.
It's really beautiful in this routine. It's really go for it.
Emphasise.
So to start with, just make sure you're lifted up beautifully through your middle. That applies to the fellas as well. Lifting right up, and then your head is going to be with your chin lifted up. Okay, so you're not just looking down along your arm. You're actually going to have your chin lifted. So you're looking up towards the top of the wall rather than down at the floor or at normal eye level. So we've got the starting position. So you've got 2 positions for your head. You've got this way, and then you've got that way, and then you've got the change between them. which you've got to try and do, get your nose up and over in the air. So you're not going through, you're going to get your head up, your chin's lifted, you're looking over one way, and then you're going to go, take your eyes over the top, take your nose over the top like that, okay? So as Helen says, it's like you're looking over the rainbow.
Following a rainbow, yeah. That's what you're doing with it.
Which kind of suits how
Yeah.
romantic the waltz is.
Man's head position, your head is either left or more left. It's as simple as that. So if I was in a closed position, so normal closed position, so Lucilla's head is now over here, looking out towards the left. My position now, head position, is out here, looking past Lucilla's right ear.
Tickles.
Okay.
Just poke me in the ear and it tickles.
Come back. Right, so I'm looking out through this window, past Lucilla's ear. Now, my only other position for my head is going to be more left in promenade position. So now I'm looking outside my left wrist. Okay, so I'm brought my head there. That's promenade position, and then I'm going to go back to there as closed position, and that's the difference between the two. Okay. Having said that, there are occasions when my head will come over to the right, and there's one in this chair which you might want to experiment with. So if I'm in promenade position, so I'm more left, I end up dancing chair, 2, 3, and I start looking just over the top of Lucilla's head. Okay, and then I'm gonna
to the left at
yeah,
this point.
and I'm gonna come back 1, 2, 3. And I'm now in more left head position, and then it stays there then. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm spending most of my time in my head over far left. Okay, and then there's this lovely moment in the middle where I can just bring my head back and shape it slightly right over the top of Lucilla's head.
Controversial. Slightly right.
Yeah. But if in doubt, boom, go back the other way. Helen's just shouted out controversial. Look, I can see her at home going controversial.
I didn't know that was on. Hi, Helen.
Yeah, it didn't say, did
No,
it?
I didn't tell us.
Yeah. Hello, Helen.
So I was going to mention as well, probably when you've seen me and Darren and Hold together, you'll notice that my poise is slightly backwards. Now, do be careful when you're trying to achieve that, because you don't want to achieve it by arching your back or leaning backwards or bringing your weight backwards, because all of those things are going to make it really difficult for you to dance. If you bring your weight backwards, you're going to be off balance, so you need your weight forwards over the balls of your feet, so you're always ready. And if you arch your back, you could do yourself an injury. Ethan just has a little snappy toy that's making snappy noises over there.
Be with me one moment. There we go. We'll have no more snappy noises now.
Oh. Should we just show you what it is?
No, let's carry on
It's
dancing.
one of these things that you go like that, and it goes around your wrist. So, but it makes little snappy noises because you can straighten it, and then, yeah, roll it up. So, there we go. Right, can you not make any more snappy noises? We're distracted.
Right there. So, should we put some music on and dance that again with some music?
I want to just mention, I want to finish what I was saying.
Go on then.
Okay, so please poise, lift up, take yourself forwards and upwards, lift your rib cage, keep your back straight, keep your front straight, and then it's all from here upwards. Okay, so for this area, you will lift and lift your head. So you've got lots of room up here. So you're not trying to achieve it by doing that, which of course I don't know if you can see that looks quite unnatural. It's arching my back and it's bringing my weight backwards. Okay, so do try and curve forwards from your ankles so that you're going forwards and upwards to achieve that poise. Okay, and then you can get this lovely head position. So we've got a change on step 1. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Head goes from right to left, and then we've got the back whisk. 1, 2, 3. Head comes from from left back to the right. The way it goes again. 1, 2, 3. So it's on the left now, and then the telemark. 1, 2, 3. What happens is my head kind of stays where it is on the telemark, and my body turns. So I'll end up looking over there. 1, 2, 3. And I keep looking over there, but I've turned all the way around my body. So yeah, it's lovely, and you can really make a lot of it if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Music.
you're gonna have to move, buddy. Stay on the sofa now because we're dancing. Now, what I wanted to say was, I don't know whether people have noticed, but when the music's going, I'm actually counting 1, 2, 3 and moving on the count 1, 2, 3 before I step on the first step.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that, stepping off.
So what I'm intending to do, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, and I'm dancing 1 onto my right foot, backwards in the opposite direction. I get a little hobble and a brush, and then we both step that way, man's left, lady's right, on 3, so that we are in a good position and already moving. We've got some momentum, ready to dance that one there. It saves us going 1 and trying to force movement on 1. Okay, so we've now got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the first step there. We've actually counted at 2 bars beforehand.
So we're doing 2 steps, 1 on count 1 and 1 on count 3. Aren't we? So
yeah.
1, pause, 3, 1.
1. And
okay?
that's count
and that's just
1.
to get going. Okay, together.
And that's just to get started. Right, here we go. Let's put some music on.
And remember the steps.
Yeah. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and whisk.
Here's the
Wing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Wing. And telemark. 1, 2, 3. Whisk. Wing. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Nearly crashed into a wall. Be careful of those walls, they catch up with you. And 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1. And around we go again. 1, 2, back, whisk, wing, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, chin in, whisk out, wing around, 1, 2, 3. There we go. I think we went around twice then.
That's great.
All right. Hopefully everyone is okay with that. How is everyone finding those steps? And do you know what? That didn't take me anywhere near as long as normal. I was expecting to crack on and do a bit more, but do you know what?
It is a recap, so hopefully you've done this before and it is familiar, and you can start to work on these other things like your posture and your head position, because you're not concentrating quite so much on the steps. If this is the first time you've done it, get the steps first, make sure you've got that routine, and then once you're familiar with the steps, and you don't have to think about them so hard, then you can start thinking about all those other things and layering it up with the posture, the body turn, the head positions, and all the other things that make it so lovely and graceful, beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, we got a fan from Viv and Jim. Excellent. Helen's been enjoying the music. Do you know what? Someone else mentioned the music when we played this.
It's lovely, that piece of music.
Yeah, I think it was in Moira. Moira mentioned it. I think Moira likes this one as well.
Quite emotional when we played it before.
We played it for our social. Yeah. And Dallas is liking it as well. Look. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good piece of music. It's a lovely bit of Waltz, that is. You tell me we have to learn it on the guitar. What do you reckon?
And there's a piano bit as well.
Piano bit. We're going to have a duet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, okay. We're going to be doing that for next time. What is the origin of the waltz? Tasha says it was invented by someone who couldn't count to 4. You know what? It wouldn't surprise us.
She's not far off actually from the truth, because it used to be that all music was in 4/4 time, and then about the 17th century, I think. 1600
and something, wasn't it?
No, it's a bit later than that.
Yeah,
they started doing 3/4 music. They started doing this music with 3 beats to the bar, and it really confused everyone because they didn't know how to dance to it, and they didn't know what it was. They didn't know how to play it. It was controversial at the time.
6/4 came along before 3/4.
Might well have done, but it was.
There you go.
And then when they introduced waltz in Europe, it was considered
filth.
Absolutely filthy.
It was banned.
The 18th century.
It was banned.
It was actually banned because up until then, all dancing had just been, you might just hold your partner's hands and it was all out here. And, you know, Jane Austen stuff, where if you've seen it in the period dramas, they're all doing their country dance style thing and their gavottes and things like that. Around in
and you might be lucky enough if you were dancing with someone to have somebody in a shadow hold. You might have two hands on your partner.
Possibly. And then Waltz came along and you were actually in contact with your partner like
filth.
And at the time, all the old people were like, oh, this filthy things that the young people are dancing nowadays. And they banned it. It was considered highly improper.
There's so tango. Tango was banned. Rock and roll was banned.
I love the idea of waltz because it seems so beautiful and old-fashioned. I love the idea that once it was scandalous and banned.
Brownie's dances were banned at one time. Waltz, tango was banned. Rock and roll was banned in certain places in the States.
It's considered revolutionary, wasn't it?
Elvis could only go on television if they showed him from there up at one point, because he did all this sort of hip gyration. They didn't like it. They thought it was wrong. Can you imagine Elvis doing a waltz to tango music? Blimey, that's it. It's like the Trinity. Of filthiness. The world is going to be swallowed up. Anyway, we're sort of digressing and trying something.
Extra time when you said that we could do it.
That's pretty good going, isn't it?
What did you think, Ethan?
What did you think?
Ethan's just upside down on the sofa in here. Do you want to just come and tell us?
What did you think?
You were judging, weren't you?
I didn't see.
He was about to judge. Should we do it one more time with the music then?
Yeah.
Lambada too, forbidden. Yeah,
that's true.
They're all forbidden.
We're going to do it one more time then with music.
Okay. One more time for Ethan.
Ethan's going to have a little look and he's going to give us all a mark.
Right.
Is it going to be out of 10?
100.
Out of 100. Right, here we go. Right, one more time, really quick. Here we go. So, after 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, chair, and whisk, and wing, and telemark, and chair, and whisk, and wing, and round we go, and chair, and whisk, and wing, and 1, 2, 3. There we go. So there we go again. Lambada, there's one for Lockdown Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, blimey. Why will it stop? My thumb's not working. My finger's not working. Ethan, judge.
Come
on in.
I can see you.
Quick. Give us a judge.
What did you think of that little routine?
If 100, 0 wrongs.
0 wrong. So
right. Does that mean 100%? Is that our score? Out of 100.
And if you went wrong, you take 1% off.
Yeah.
For each mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. That still leaves you a pretty high. If you make 5 mistakes, you still got 95%.
So does that mean we got 100?
I don't think I made a mistake.
That's not bad, because I said no to sweets. I was expecting a really bad score today. So
we said not yet to sweets.
There's 100 from Della.
Oh, you're a heavy.
And then we've got Ellen saying lovely routine. I like this one. This is a nice routine. This.
And can you bear this much cuteness on a Monday evening? Look at these cute eyes. That's his I want sweets face. See, how can you resist a face like that?
I don't stand a chance anymore, do I? I don't stand a chance. Right then. So, are we about to say goodbye to these lovely people?
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us on a warm and steamy, hot Monday evening. Apparently, it's going to rain on Wednesday. So
we're doing samba on Wednesday.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna do a rain dance
to get it to cool down.
Apparently, this spring has been the sunniest spring since records began.
Wow!
From March through until the end of May, we've had 615 hours of sun and we're lucky normally to get over 500 hours of sun
Wow.
in those 3 months. So there we go. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, so if I creep that way,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go behind the screen. And thank you very much, one and all. Thanks for joining. We will see you all on Wednesday for a bit of a sizzly samba. Take care, be safe, be well. Thanks for joining us. Bye, everyone. Miss you all.
Bye.